Hello, everybody. Welcome to this broadcast where I will give you feedback on your adjusted food outlines. As you may know, my name is Carolina. I'm a medical doctor and lecturer of shoe sewing courses. And this video is a part of Ankle Boots, a photo series that takes place in the Facebook group Sewing Barefoot Shoes DIY. So if you haven't noticed the series and you are interested in a few tips on how to make your barefoot ankle boots, you can join the group. You are invited. Usually, my feedback is part of my paid online courses with my support, but this time I decided to give you feedback for free just as a part of this series because I think the feedback is very important and I want you to see if it can help you in your shoemaking process. Some of you even wrote to me that you are very grateful for this opportunity because you are not sure about your adjusted foot outline and it really stops you from finishing your first pair of barefoot shoes. And I think this is a pity. So let's just go for it. And even if you didn't send me your outline, please watch the video. You can learn a lot from the outlines of the others. I have a presentation ready for you, so let's not waste the time and let's get to that. So I have 8 adjusted foot outlines from you. I have always your picture as a first, and then what I would do differently is on another picture. So I will comment on it, and you can also ask me in the comments if you have any additional questions. So this is the first food outline I got, and I put this one first because I think it's very well done. So what is our goal? Yeah, we outline the feet perpendicularly to paper with a pencil. And you see the tip of the pencil is in reality around 3 millimeters far away from the edge of your foot. So that means that totally around 6-7 millimeters extra space is here naturally just because you outlined your feet perpendicularly. That's why I usually don't put any extra space in front of the toes. I will comment on this more because this is the most common question I get. But this is something that you have to realize at first. So outlining perpendicularly, yeah, you have a natural extra space there. And then when you outlined your feet perpendicularly, you just draw your arch as far as you can get with the pencil. Yes, so this is what you see here in this picture with the blue or turquoise. And then there is adjusted foot outline made with the pencil. And when we are adjusting, we want the shape of the shoe look well and serve well as well. So it has to please our feet and it has to please the eye. Yeah, because sometimes happens that the hands in barefoot shoes have really not very good shapes. Yeah, they serve well, but they don't look well, or they look well, but they push you somewhere. So this is something we want to avoid. And that's why we try to adjust it as smoothly as possible. You see here, the curves are very smooth, nice, without sharp areas. Um, they really look well, and usually we leave 1/3 of the arch here and the 2/3 we just like put away. Yeah, this is the difference between the perpendicular drawing and the oblique drawing below the arch. And in the perpendicular drawing you have also the bones there, the ankles there, and this is something you don't want in the shape of the shoe. Yeah, so I would say that this looks really well. And here we have the second foot of the same person. Why I put it here? Because usually we choose one foot and do the pattern according to one foot and use it for both feet. And we can do this when the difference between the feet is really small. That means less than 5 millimeters in length and less than a few millimeters in width. Yes, but sometimes the shape is so different that we have to do separate patterns. We have to do 2 patterns. Yeah, I think in this case, yeah, when we put one adjusted outline on another, we will see that the difference is not so big, and we could use just one. We could use just one outline and use it for both feet, but sometimes the difference is really big, and then you need 2 separate patterns. So this is the second outline I get from you. Here you see banyan, and the toes are moved aside a little bit. And in this case, it's great to make your shoes without last, so to make the shoes where the base is your foot outline, because you can really achieve finally shoes that fit you and they don't push you somewhere, because this is not the shape of the foot for which the shoes are made. And these people have really problems to find shoes that really fit. So in this case, I think it's well done. Maybe I would just round up the heel a bit, as you see here. And I think the toe box is very well done. And here is the question, yeah. This foot outline is taken without the toe separators. And in this case, I would leave it like this. Because usually in this type of shoes, really often happens that you have an extra space here next to your big toe. Why this happens? Because when you stand and when you move, your toes act differently. And with people that have really dominant big toe, very often happens that they have extra space here. Yeah, that they wouldn't really need it. Maybe they need a bit of it when they are walking, but the space sometimes is so big that they don't need it. That's the reason that I even sometimes cut the 2 or 3 millimeters from the inner part of big toe, just to prevent this. But in this case, I wouldn't cut out anything. I would leave it like this, and in a year and a half, I would make new pattern, because it can happen that the toes will separate a bit, that the shape of the foot will change, and you will need new pattern. If you want to use toe separators, please make an outline with them, and of course the shape will be different. Yeah, but if you you can even now, to be sure, you can even now put here more space for the big toe, but you have to be ready that you will have really much extra space next to your big toe right now. So this is the next foot outline I get from you, and you see marks with the arrows that maybe are the problematic areas when the person wasn't really sure how to do it. And so I will comment on it. I think this needs a really smoother shape. What I would do differently, we don't want these sharp parts here, because it's hard to work with the pattern, and it's hard to work with the leather. It's hard to glue it, hard to sew it, and it doesn't look well. Yeah, we want to make it as smooth as possible. So, and how would I make that? I see here that these small toes need more space. And I would leave them a little bit more space here, yeah. And here we have like bony parts that we have to respect the width of the bony parts, and we don't want to make them smaller, but we do this part smoother, yeah, the joining with the lateral area. The heel has to be really round, nice round. And here, in this case, when you see here the big joint and then the really thin arch, the difference between the joints and the arch is very big, and the shape is really extreme. In this case, I would leave just 1/2 and not 1/3 here. Yeah, so I would cut the arch less to make the shape more pleasing the eye, and not that extreme. When you leave this extremely cut out shape that is like very extreme in comparison to the big toe, the shape of the shoe changes, and you will have even more extra space next to your big toe. So we don't want that. So this is the This is the next outline I got. I think it's very well done. I like the shape very much, but there is one thing I would like to comment on, and you see it here, because I think that this person was trying to add an extra space in front of the toes. That you can edit if you need more than 6 millimeters of extra space. If you know that you really need 1 centimeter or even 12 millimeters, you can add a few millimeters because you will have 6 millimeters naturally just by outlining your feet perpendicularly. But if you want to add more, you can add more, but I would add it also in front of the big toe, not just the small toes, because then in the ready shoe happens that the small toes will go to that extra space, but the big toe doesn't have space where to move, and maybe the shoe will not fit that well. So if you want to add extra space, add it in front of all the toes. Yeah, but I would say that the shape is very well done. This is the next foot outline I get from you. Maybe the shape, it looks different because the photo is not taken straightly, but maybe it's taken a little bit from an angle. I'm not sure, but I will comment just on the curves here and not on the foot shape. Yeah, I think the arch and the heel and this lateral part are well done, but I would make the toe box a bit more around, maybe even more than I put here, because you see that the joint area, the joints are very wide. Yeah, they are prominent, and we want to give the toes their space, and we want to make the shape look well. Yeah, so like this, or maybe even a bit more. This is the next outline I get from you, and I have to say that I really like this one, and I wouldn't change absolutely anything on it. And this is the last foot outline I get from you, and this has a little bit extreme shape again, because you see here the bunion, the joints are very wide, but the arch is not that wide. It's very thin, very narrow, and we shouldn't leave just 1/3 here because the shape would be very extreme. We will leave more here, yeah, and join it very smoothly with the toe box. I think the heel is well done, the arch is well done, but I would round up the toe box a little bit. So how would I do it? Maybe I would go here from the joint. I wasn't able to draw in this one because this was in PDF and I wasn't able to upload it into my program. So I will comment on it just like this. And I will start here. I will add a little bit more space here, make it a little bit rounder around the big toe. And maybe around even here, even next to the pinky toe. Yeah, get a little more space. The person says here that she or he needs more space in front of the toes. So she or he can add a few millimeters, but above all the toes, or leave it like this if this is enough. I see that a few millimeters are added here. Yeah, but more space here, make it rounder here, and more space here next to the pinky toe. That's what I would change. So that's all. I hope it was useful for you, even if you didn't have time to send me your foot outline, but you can do it now. You have in your email, you have links to the videos on how to do it. So you can do it and you can just check with the video, with my comments, if you would like to change something. Or you can even join the course with my support and I will give you direct feedback to your feet outline, to your pattern, to your steps of the process. And I will also answer all the questions. And that is also an answer to the question, what is next? So what you can do next. If you are a total beginner and you are tempted to make your shoes that are very versatile and you can use them all year round, you can make them without lining or with lining or with all year round thin lining. I recommend you lace-up shoe sewing course. You will learn a little bit lower lace-up shoes, very similar, the same, yeah, but they are a bit lower. And you will learn not only to make the pattern, but also to work with the leather step by step until sewing your shoes. So this is for the beginners. If you are advanced, that means you made your lace-up shoes, you have the lace-up shoe sewing course. I have a new thing for you, an extension to this course, and it's ankle boots tutorial. So ankle boots are these, exactly. They have shaped heel. They are higher, very warm for the winter, or even for the a cold spring. Yeah, they are perfect. And the tutorial contains differences between lace-up shoe construction and ankle boot constructions. So it's not suitable for the beginners and not with like complete instructions on how to work with leather. But if you have experience, you will see what are the differences, how to make the pattern, and what are the differences in all the shoemaking process. So this is the next thing. And this year, we decided to offer you also pattern making online courses because some of you made already, for example, ballerinas with us or different type of shoes. And you know how to work with the leather. You know how to punch the leather, how to dye the leather, how to glue the leather. I'm not sure if you know how to put the lining, but maybe you don't need to put the lining. And the only thing you want to know is how to make the pattern for the lace-up shoes. That means the little bit lower lace-up shoes. So I offer you also a lesson, an online course only with the pattern making process. So this is available to you. I will put links to the comments and I will send them also via email to you. And you can choose which way is the best for you to start making your own barefoot shoes or to continue with it. So have a nice day. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in the Facebook group Sewing Barefoot Shoes DIY or in one of the courses. Goodbye.